Hello guys, this is Jerry speaking. Today we read you a story called Sunset of the Sabertooth. Now, I haven't done reading you chapter books in a while because I've been overslept in the past 2 days or 3 days, something like that. And before I do upload some of the Twitch, I have some announcements to tell you. There will be a flash stream coming your way here on Twitch this Wednesday, so be prepared for that, guys. Anyways, let's read you a story called Sunship of the Sabertooth right now. Okay. One summer day in Frog Creek, Pennsylvania, a mysterious tree house appeared in the woods. 8-year-old Jack and his 7-year-old sister Annie, okay, just looking at the previous episodes, but moving on, climbing the treehouse. They found it with a field white with books, okay. Jack and Annie soon discovered that the treehouse was magic, okay, moving on. It could take them to the place in the books, moving on. All we're gonna have to do with the point to the picture and wish to go there. Okay, moving on. Jack and Annie visit dinosaurs, knights, and an Egypt queen. Okay, pirates, ninjas, and the American rainforest. Okay, it's very cold out there, but moving on. Along the way, they discovered that the treehouse belonged to the Morgan to the Fae. Really? That's what it says? Moving on. Morgan was a magical librarian. She traveled through time and space, gathered books for King Arthur's library. On their fifth adventure, on the night of the ninjas, which I never want to see. I wanted to read bits and pieces, but whatever. Excuse me. Jack and Annie found the mill mouse in the treehouse. Annie named their new friend Peanut. Yuck, I'm allergic to that. Food, but whatever. Jack and Annie also found a note from Morgan. The note told them that she was under the spell. To free her, Jack and Annie must find 4 special things. They found the first thing in the old Japan, the second in the Amazon rainforest, and now Jack and Annie Peanut are about to set in their search in the third thing, in the sunset of the Sabertooth. That's what I was going to hear about. Moving on. Chapter 1. The M things. Let's go in the treehouse, said Annie. She and Jack were pacing the Frog Tree woods in their way home from their swimming pool class in the letter Y. No us want to go in the home and change out in my bathing suit. Yeah, I don't care. Said Jack. Okay. Oh, that will take too long, said Annie. Don't you want to save Morgan as soon as possible? Of course, said Jack. Then come on, before the sunset, said Annie. She darted into the woods. Jack sighed. He gave up the idea of changing up his bathing suit. This is good. He pushed his glasses into place. He followed Annie into the Fall Creek woods. The warm air smelled fresh and green. Okay, moving on. He moved through the patches of sunlight, but whatever. And shadow. So soon he came a small clearing. He looked up. There was the magic treehouse's tallest trees in the woods. Hurry, called Annie. there she was climbing the rope ladder up into the treehouse. Jack grabbed the ladder. He started up after her. Finally, they reached up to the treehouse. Squeak! A mouse sat on the window sill. "Hi, Peanut!" cried Annie. Jack patted the tiny head. "Sorry we didn't come sooner," Annie said, "but we have to go over the swimming lessons." "Okay." "Squeak!" "What happened to while we were gone?" asked Annie, looking at the treehouse. Jack threw the large M carved into the wooden floor. On the M were the moonstone, the mango. The special things they found on their last 2 journeys. "Hey, guess what?" said Jack. "Moonstone mango starts with the letter M. Just like Morgan." Okay. You know what else starts with the letter M? Moving on! "You're right, said Andy. "I bet all 4 things that starts with the letter M," said Jack. "Okay. Right, said Andy. I wonder where we'll find the next one." She and Jack was okay. Hold on. She and Jack started sharing the stacks of books in the treehouse. Okay. Where books in the Amazon rainforest, ninjas, pirates, mummies, knights, and dinosaurs. Okay. All of them were closed. Only one book laid open in the corner. I have to look it up in the 1 to 5 books, but we'll see what happens. All of them were closed. Only one lay in the open of the corner. That's where I was. Okay. "We're just about to find out," said Jack. They walked over the open book. They looked up at the page of the book that they were open to. It showed a picture of logs and snow. Okay. Brr, cold. "Wow," said Annie, running her finger. Okay. "I love snow." Oh yeah, over the picture. "I love snow. I wish we can go there right now." "Wait," said Jack. We're not prepared." Then we have to get out of this thing, and we're wearing our bathing suits." "Stop." Okay. "Oops," said Annie. "Too late." The wind started to blow. The leaves started to shake. The treehouse started to spin. It spun faster and faster. Then everything was silent, and it was silent when it was falling snow. Huh? What? Okay. Chapter 2, Bones. Jack ate a peanut, fell outside. Snow was falling from the gray sky. Treehouse was the tallest tree in a grove of tall, bare trees. Oh man, I was just so worried about these 6 books, but I don't know what else there'll be there. But moving on. The globe that was in the white plain, and behind the plain it was were high rocky cliffs. "I'm cold," said Annie. Her teeth chattered. She wrapped her towel tightly around her squeak. Peanut sounded cold as well. That's funny. "Poor mouse," said Annie. "I'll put you into Jack's pack. You'll be warmer there." Okay. Annie split Peanut into the pocket of the backpack. Excuse me. Oh, man. We have to go home, said Jack. We need warmer clothes. We can't go home, said Annie. We can't find the Pennsylvania book. Not until our mission is complete, remember? That's the way the magic works. All right, said Jack. I look around, there was no sign of the Pennsylvania book. They always took him home. Annie peered out the window again. Where are we anyway? She says. I will find out, said Jack. He put up the open book and read the title of the cover. Life is the Ice Age. What? Okay, page 12. Ice Age, said Annie. No wonder we're cold. We better find that first thing soon, said Jack before we freeze to death. Yeah, it's like Victor Frankenstein, but yeah, I'll get the point. Look, whispered Andy. People. She pointed out the window. Jack saw them too as well. 4 figures on the cliff, 2 big figures and 2 little ones, all holding long spears. Who are they? Said Andy. I look in the book, said Jack. Okay. He found a picture of some people. He read the capture of Annie to Annie. Every modern humans were called Cro-Maggons. During the late Ice Age, in Europe, they were sometimes live in the caves beneath cliffs. Why are they carrying spears? Okay, said Andy. Jack turned the page. He found another picture of the Cro-Maggons and read it out loud. Okay, moving on. The Cro-Maggons family often hunted together to cover deep plots with branches. Then they drove reindeer, like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, okay? And Moon moves into the tribe. Oh, tribe of the animals, that's sad, said Annie. No, it's not. Really? Really, Jack? Move on, said Jack. They shouldn't live without hunting. They didn't have supermarkets, you know. I maybe agree. They watch a family disappear over the other side of the cliff. Strange enough. Come on, I'm freezing, said Jack. Let's go. Let's hurry and find the M thing. While the Cro-Maggons are hunting. But I will meet them, said Annie. Forget it, said Jack. They don't have books that tells them about us. They'll think there were some enemy of her their spears. Yikes, said Andy. Jack put his book away. Squeak, peek out of the backpack. Stay in there, said Andy. Okay. Jack pulled on the backpack start down the rope ladder. Okay. Moving on. Okay, this will take me long, so I'm about to read you some more chapters in the book, but you know, it's just me. Annie followed on the leaf ground. The huddled together. Okay. The rain was bad by him. Jack was put his towel over his head. Snow blew against his glasses. Hey Jackson, Annie, look at me. Annie had put on the swimming goggles. Now I can see. She said, "It's kind of like penguins, something like that, but different." Good thinking, said Jack. Now cover your head with your towel. Move your body like head is lost through your head, and wrap your towel above her head. Will you find a cave or someplace warmer? Said Jack. I bet there are caves in the cliff, she said Annie. She and Jack stared across the white plain. The snow wasn't deep yet, but the wind was blowing hard. I told you, Annie pointed into the opening in the rocks at the cave. They ran into it. Careful, said Jack. They stepped carefully into the shallow cave. It was only a lightly warmer inside, but at least the wind wasn't blowing. In the gray light, they sampled the snow off the speakers, okay? Annie took off her goggles. It smells in here, said Jack. Yeah, it's like a wet dog. Woof woof. Okay, said Annie. Let me see if what I can find out, said Jack. He pulled out the Ice Age book. I'll look around, said Andy. Maybe the M thing is here. Then we can go home and get warm, okay? Jack stood by the entrance so he can read the book. This cave is filled with sticks. And he said, what? Said Jack. He didn't look up for this book. No way, I think they're bones, said Andy. Bones? Echoed Jack. Yeah, lots of them back there, all over the floor. Jack turned the pages of his book. He found a picture of a cave filled with bones. Ouch. I hear something, said Eddie. Jack read the writing of the picture of the cave. It said, the great cave here, the Ice Age, were over 8 feet. Oh, ouch. Again, really? Well, these bears were lighter and freer than today's grizzles. Then, the caves were filled with the bones and the anchors. For a time, I say, ouch. Annie, whispered Jack. Get back here now. They were in the cave with a great cave bear. Rawr. Chapter 3. Brr. This is a gold. Brr. I wish I had brr. I wish I had a very pipe. It's gold. Annie, whispered Jack again. No answer. He put his book quietly in his backpack. He stepped deeper in the cave. Annie, he said a little bit louder. Get Jack stepping the bones. Are you kidding me? Ouch. 4th time, I said. The wet dog smell grew stronger. He kept going deeper in the smelly blackness. Yeah. Moving on. He ran into something, he gasped. Jack, said Annie. Is that you? Didn't hear me calling, Jack whispered. We have to get out of here. Wait, she said. Something sleeping back there. Heard him snoring. Jack heard a loud, deep moan. It was loud, then soft, loud, then soft. There was not a person, he said. It was a great cave bear. A booming snore sounded in the air. Excuse me. I did not mean to read but burp at the same time, but whatever. Yikes, said Andy. Go, said Jack. He and Andy ran through the cave, over the bones, and out in the falling snow. They kept going. They ran between the fallen rocks and under jagged cliffs. Okay, moving on. Finally, they stopped and turned around. All they could see was the snow and rocks and their own footprints. No bear. Who? Said Andy. That was lucky. Yeah, said Jack. He probably never even woke up. We got him in a panic. Andy was close to Jack. Brr. I'm freezing, she said. Me as well. Yeah, I know. He said. I'm as well, yeah, he said. He took off his glasses to wipe out the snow. The cold wind blew it against his bare legs. That is freezing out there. Wow, said Eddie said, look, she pointed to something behind Jack. What, Jack said, put his glasses back on and turned around. Under a cliff where wide ledge, under the wedge where wasn't another cave. Again. What is that supposed to mean? Move on. Only this cave seemed to be hiding a golden glow. This one was cozy and safe and warm. Okay, next page. Chapter 4. Okay, where are we? Okay, never mind. Chapter 4. Okay, for real this time. Cave Kids. Jack and Eddie creep the cave and peek inside. A small flame danced in the bed of fellows of glowing coals. Near the fire were knives, axes, and hollowed out stones. For the 5th time, ouch! Animal skins were neatly stowed against the wall. People must live here, said Annie. Maybe it's the home of the squirrel mangles we saw, said Jack. It looks looking around him. Okay. Sorry. Look, just go inside and get warm, said Annie. Jack and Annie moved quickly to the fire and warmed their hands. The shadows danced in the stone walls. Jack pulled the Last Age book. He found a picture on the cave. He reads, Cold Magans made many things from animals, plants, and stones. Ouch. But the 6th time. They made flute-like musical instruments from mammoth bones. 7th time. Ouch. They made ropes by brain plant fibers, okay. They made axes, 8th time, ouch. And knives, and from stone. 8th time, ouch. Or knife, sorry. Jack pulled out this notebook and pencil. He started a list, okay. Let's go. Carl Morgan's made bone fruits, plant ropes, stone axes, and knives for the 10th time. Ouch. Ta-da, said Annie. Jack woke up and Annie was wearing a coat. Okay. He had a hood and long sleeves. Okay. It went all the way down to her sneakers, okay? Where you get that? Said Jack. From all that pile of furry skins, said Annie, pointing. These must be their clothes. May turn they're being mad. She picked up another coat and it was to Jack. Try one. It was a bit warm. She said. Jack puts his backpack and towel down onto the her drip before he slipped in the coat. Next page. It did very warm. Did feel very warm and soft. We look like cave kids, said Annie. Sweet peanut speak out of Jack's pack laying on the floor. You say here, said Annie, there's no tea coat for you. Peanut vanished back into his pack. I wonder how they made these coats, said Jack. He turned out this page in the book until he found a picture of Cole Morgan's worms. Swearing he reads, Cole Morgan scraps reindeer skins with frank rocks to make them soft. They use bows, nails, for the 11th time, ouch, to steal the skins for together for clothing. Okay, checking with the list, reindeer skin clothes for the 12th time, ouch. I hope the cave people won't mind if we borrow their coats, said Jack. Maybe we should give them our towels, said Andy, to thank them. Good idea. Is my goggles too, said Andy. They left their gifts on top of the rest of them animal skins. And for the 13th time, ouch. Let's explore the cave before they come home, said Jack. It's too dark in the back, said Andy. We won't be able to see anything. Found out how Cormagans saw in the dark, said Jack. He opened the Ice Age book. He found a picture of cave people holding the outlooking lamps. He read out aloud to Andy. Cormagans make stone lamps. They hold out the rock, foul it with animal fat for the 14th time. Ouch. They burn a wick made from moss. Okay. Varys and Andy. She pointed to two stones near the fire. Okay. And the hollow of each was gooey, white stuff, and a pile of moss. Okay. For the 14th time. Ouch. Wait, there was a 15th? Yeah, never mind. Gooey stuff. We have to be careful, said Jack. He picked up one stone. It was smaller than a soup bowl, but much heavier. Jack had held the stone close to the fire. It lit the piece of moss. He lit another lamp, gave it to Annie. Carried it with 2 hands. He said, I know, she said. Jack turned the book over his arm. And then he carried their stones, lamps to the back of the cave. Hey, I wonder what this goes, said Annie. She held the lamp to the opening in the wall. I checked in the book, said Jack. Okay. But he put down the lamp and flipped through the Ice Age book. I think it's tunnel. She said he should be right back. Wait a second, said Jack. Too late. She had squeezed in the opening and was gone. Oh, brother, said Jack, sighing. He closed his book, peeking his into the opening. Come back here, he said. No, you come here. See that, Annie? Her voice sounded far away. You won't believe this. Jack picked up his lamp and book. He decided to, oh boy. He dug in this small tunnel, okay? Sorry I keep mumbling like that. Pick up his lamp and the book. He dug in a small tunnel, yeah. Wow, came Annie's voice. Jack could see her lamp flickering at the upper hand. Crunching down her, he hurried toward her. At the end of the tunnel was a huge cavern with high ceiling, okay? Annie held in the lamp, close to the wall. Look, she said. Her voice echoed. Okay. Animals of pain on the wall, and the strokes in this red and black and yellow. There's cave bears and lions, elk and reindeer, bisons and woolly rhinos and mammoths. And the following writes there the Pacific beasts look alive. Okay. Chapter 5, Snow Tracks. Wow, this is what is this place? Said Jack. Maybe it's an art gallery, said Andy. I don't think so, said Jack. It was too hard to get to. He reads about the cave paintings. These Ice Age beats were painted 25 years ago. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? No, 25 years ago had to do with this BC, before time. Moving on. Before Christ. Something like that. I can't remember. Anyways, Quai Morgans painted pictures of animals they hunted. They may have believed the paintings would give them power over the animals. Next page. Wow, look at this, said Annie. She pointed at the painting further down, okay, the wall. And it showed a figure with human arms and legs and reindeer antlers and an owl face. Look. For the 15th time, ouch. It seems to be holding a food. Do 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 do. Jack looked at the book again. He found a picture of the figure that reads, "Caveman may have been led in the sorcerer." Yeah, Captain Mount's Bowling, sorry. Anyway, or master of any animals. He may have worn reindeer antlers so he could run like a reindeer, or an owl mask for the 16th time, ouch, so he could see like an owl, okay, for the 17th time, ouch. Next page. What is it? Said Annie. The master of animals, said Jack. He's a sorcerer, okay, the master of animals, like more like the master of disguise, but so one of you friends out there, my friends out there saying this is the worst movie. I think it's the best movie in my opinion, but most of the critics saying 0.0%. Yeah, I agree. I disagree, but I do like it. But Sorcerer, Harry Potter and Sorcerer's Stone difference, you know. Oh wow, breathe, Andy. That's it. That's what who have defined, okay? Why? Maybe this is a friend of Morgan's, said Andy. Jack nodded slowly. Maybe, he said. Let's go find him, said Andy. They went back through the tunnel, okay, into the first cave. We better put our lamps back. Okay, said Jack. He then blew out the lamps. It's kind of like candles, something like that. They placed them back by the fire. Jack's backpack was on the floor next to the skins. He put his Ice Age book into it. How's Peanut? Said Annie. Jack looked at his pack. She's not here. He said. Oh no! Cried Annie. Oh God! Help me! She must have called out when we were looking at the campaigns. Peanut, Jack called Peanut, call Annie. Merge with the peanuts, yuck. Annie walked slowly around the cave, looking at the shadows. Jack peered around the fire under each of the furry skins. Jack, come here, said Annie. She was standing near the entrance in the cave. Snow stopped falling, and it was snow with tiny tracks. Chapter 6, Song of the Wind. Peanut's tracks, said Annie. Well, wait, hold on one sec. What are you on? Okay, moving on. Okay, we have to find her before she freezes. She wrapped her reindeer coat into around her and headed across the snow. Jack pulled up on this backpack and followed. The mouse tracks led to them between the fallen rocks and backs onto the open plain. The wind blew hard. Wet snow flew under the ground, covering the tiny footprints. I cannot see them anymore, wailed Andy. Oh my God. She and Jack now stood in the middle of the plain. They stared in the windswept snow. The mouse tracks had vanished. Yikes, whispered Andy, staring up. Jack followed her gaze. On one of the cliffs there was a tiger. Rawr. A giant tiger with two long, sharp bangs. Sabertooth, said said Jack. I hope he doesn't see us, whispered Andy. As well as I, yeah, Jack whispered back. We better head back to the treehouse. Jack and Andy step away very softly across the snow. Then Jack glanced back into the cliff. The saber-tooth was gone. Oh man, he said. Where is he? Right to the trees, said Andy. He and Andy started running. They ran over the soily plain, headed towards this tall, bare tree in the distance. Suddenly, Jack heard a crack. Okay. The ground gave in, and Jack went with it. Okay, and he fell beside him. They crashed down in a heap of branches and snow and earth. They struggled to stand. Jack pulled his glasses into place. You alright? He asked Andy. Yes, she said. They both looked up. There were a deep hell. All Jack could see was the gray clouds moving overhead. There's a trap. Jack said the Cormorgans must have put branches over this hell. Then the snow hit the branches, so we didn't see them. There's no way out, said Andy. She was right. It was helpless. The pit was too deep to climb out of. I feel like a trapped animal, Andy said. Me as well as I, said Jack. He heard a yell in the distance. The saber-tooth, whispered Andy. Jack pulled out the Ice Age book. He found a picture of the saber-tooth. He reads, the saber-tooth was the fiercest beast of the Ice Age. It attacked humans as well as the woolly mammoths and other large animals. Ugh. For the 18th or 17th time, sorry. I don't know how much more time I ever do this. Ouch. Oh, brother, said Jack. Listen. And he, grabbed him. What? Jack climbed. I hear music. Heavy metal music? That's what you hear. Jack listened. But all you hear was the wind. You hear it? Said Andy. No, said Jack. Listen carefully. He closed his eyes. He listened very carefully. He heard the wind, but this time he heard it never sound as well. Strange humming music. Oh my God, help me. Cried Andy. Jack opened his eyes. Staring down at them was a figure wearing reindeer antlers and an owl mask. For the 18th time, ouch. Sorcerer, whispered Jack. Okay. Squeak. Peanut appeared at them as well. Oh, man. Chapter 7. The Sorcerer's Gift. The sorcerer didn't speak. He stared them in his eye holes in the owl mask. Help us, please, said Andy. The sorcerer threw the rope into a pit. Jack grabbed it. He wanted to pull us up, said Andy. Jack broke up, and the sorcerer was gone. Where'd he go? Jack said. Tug on the rope, said Andy. Okay. Jack tugged and yeah, I don't know why there's spits all everywhere. The rope tying, it began rising. I'll go first, said Andy cheerfully. And this is a game, warned Jack. Don't worry, I'll be careful. Jack gave her the rope. Okay, but hold on tight, he said. And he held the rope with both hands. She pushed her feet against the side of the pit. She rose into the air with the rope. She kept pressing against the side of the pit until she reached the top. Jack saw the sorcerer reappear and help Annie up. Then they moved up at the side. Jack was puzzled. The sorcerer had used both hands to help Annie. So he held the other hand of the rope. Okay, moving on. Next page. Wow, came Annie's voice. What's going on? Jack wondered. Nope. What's going on? Jack wondered. The sorcerer came back and threw the rope down again. Jack climbed it, grabbed it, and the rope started to rise. Jack held on tight. He stared up. His hands burned. His arms fell, and they were being pulled out in the sockets. But he kept his hold to the rope on the rope and his belt against the side of the pit. At the top of the sorcerer pulled Jack onto the snowy ground. Thanks, said Jack once staying. The sorcerer was tall. He wore a long fur robe. Jack could see only his eyes proved his howl bass. Whoopie-doo. Hey, he called. Jack turned. And he was sitting on the woolly's mama. Okay? Squeak, Peanut was sitting on the mama's head. Mama's looked like a giant elephant with staggy reddish hair along curvy tucks. Wolf. Joking. The upper end the ropes around the mama's head, huge neck. Lulu was put us up, said Andy. Lulu, said Jack. Don't you think it looks like a Lulu? Said Andy. Oh, brother. Oh, sister, Jack. Move on, said Jack. He woke up to the mama. Hey, mom, starts with yeah. So let's move it on, said Annie. Maybe lose the special thing. I don't think so. Yeah, it starts my name. Yeah, L. Yeah. Said Jack. Yeah. Next page. The great culture jumped down, and just like a circus elephant. Wolf. Move on. Well, said Andy. She clutched the mama's ears to keep from the falling off. The sorcerer helped Jack climbing on the mama. Thanks, said Jack. Then the sorcerers reached into the pouch. He pulled out this smooth white bone. For the 19th time, ouch. And handed it to Jack. The bone was hollow. It has 4 holes along one side and 2 the other. Okay, next page. Oh man, I think it's food. Said Jack. The book said make fruits from mammoth bones. Jack tried to give the fruit back to the sorcerer. Nice, he said politely. But the sorcerer held up his hand. He said, "We want you to keep the mammoth bone," said Annie. Mammoth bone, whispered Jackie. Hey, maybe this will be the first thing. Jack looked at the sorcerer. Don't you know Morgan? He asked. The sorcerer did not answer, but his eyes sparkled with kindness. He turned away from Jack and united with Mama's robe, but he whispered in the car and the giant woolly creature. When the mobs showed up, Jack gripped Annie's coat to keep the falling off. He felt miles above the ground. He nestled behind Andy in the depth, up between the mob's head and huge curved back. Okay, moving on. The mobs took a slow, pulling steps across the snow, then to pick up speed. "Where are we going?" said Jack when they bumped up and down. "To the treehouse," said Andy. "Are you kidding me? Really?" "How does he know where he is?" said Jack. "She just knows," said Andy. Jack looked back. The sorcerer was standing in the snow, watching them. Next page. Come on, next page. I'll have all day now. But at the moment, the clouds parted, and the sun came out. Jack was blind by sunlight in the snow. He wanted to see, but the sorcerer had vanished. Chapter 8, the Great Parade. The huge mama walking across the open plain. "Look," said Andy. She pointed out the herd of the elk in the distance. "They have great wide antlers." "What there?" said Jack. As the herd of reindeer came into view, the prince gravely across the snow. The woolly rhino joined them on the open plain, then the Blitzen. Okay, like Christmas reindeer. The elk, reindeer, rhino, and Blitzen moving along with them at the distance. Then they seemed to be exhorting Jack and Andy back into the treehouse. Snow storm with spotlight. This is a great parade. Jack thought fantastic. They were getting closer and closer to go over the tall trees. I told you, said Andy. Lucas was taking us home. But then, just then, the mob just let us a cry. All the animals bound off. Peanut started to squeak. Jack looked around behind them as Sabertooth was slinging across the small bit of snow. Okay, the woolly mob roared and pulled forward. Okay, Jack and Dave nearly fell off. Jack clutched Jenny, and she and Peanut clutched the mama's flaggy hair. The mob thundered viciously on the ground. Jack and he yelled. The mob charged the grove of trees. The battalion was across around the trees, but he stood between the tallest trees and the mama. They were trapped. The Sabertooth began moving slowly toward the mama. The voice mama roared fiercely. But Jack knew a Sabertooth could kill any creature, including a mammoth. The huge tiger's head was down. His burning eyes were fixed on the mammoth. His long fangs glowing in the spotlight. Next page. Chapter 9. Master Bee Animals. The Sabertooth crept forward. Jack started in horror. "Play the flute," whispered Annie. "Is she nuts?" Jack thought. "Try," said Andy. Jack held the bone flute to his lips and he blew. The flute made a strange sound. The right tiger froze. He glared at Jack. Jack's hand shook. Tiger growled. He took another step. The mammoth roared and stomped the ground. "Play it," said Andy. "Keep playing." Jack blew again. Sabertooth froze again. Jack kept blowing until he ran out of the breath. Tiger snarled. "He's still here," whispered Andy. Keep it up." Jack closed his eyes. He took a deep breath. Then he blew as hard as long as he could. He covered his own cover in his holes in the bowl. The music started strange. If it would coming in from another world, he's leaving. And he whispered. Okay, next page. Jack raised his eyes. Sabertooth was sneaking off the cliffs. We did, said Annie. Look, Jack lowered the flute. He felt very tried. Mom was waving her trunk happily. This treehouse, Lulu, and said Annie. The Molly moved up, snoring. Then she humbled over the tallest tree. Then from the back of the mama, Jack grabbed the rope ladder. He held for Andy. Okay. She stroked the mama's giant ear. Babu, thank you, she said. Andy grabbed the rope ladder. Then she started up Peanut climb up as well. After they disappeared into the tree house, Jack climbed into the ladder. He looked up back at the woolly mammoth. Okay. Bye, girl. He asked. He said, "Go home now, and watch out for the Sabertooth." The monster mammoth walked away into the sunset. When Jack couldn't see her anymore, he stared up at the rope ladder. He pulled himself into the treehouse. Ta-da! Said Andy. He sent the Pennsylvania book to Jack. Jack smiled down. Possibly they had found the third thing. The mission was complete. Okay. Before we leave, we have to give our coats back, said Andy. Alright, said Jack. They took off their reindeer skin coats and dropped them to the ground. Brr, said Andy. Hope the Cormorgan people find them. Jack stared out the window. He wanted to take one last look at the prairies as would. Well, okay. The sun was setting behind the hills. 4 people was crossing it in the snowy plain. It was Cormagan family. Hey, shouted Andy. Shh, said Jack. The Cormorgan stopped and peered in Andy's and Jack's direction. We left your reindeer skins down there. Andy pointed to the ground. The tallest person stepped forward and raised a spear. Time to go, said Jack. He grabbed the Pennsylvania book. He found the picture with the Frog Creek and pointed at it. Wish you could go home, he said. Goodbye, good luck, and he called, waving out in the window. The wind started to blow, and the trees started how it's to spin. It spun faster and faster. Then everything was still. Everyone still. I'm out of breath. Chapter 10. This age. Birds sang. The air was soft and warm. Hope they find their coats, said Andy. As well as I, said Jack. He pulled his glasses into place. Squeak. Hey, you, how did you find this sorcerer? Andy asked Peanut. Squeak. It was a secret, huh? Said Andy. She turned to Jack. Where's the flute? Okay. Next page. He held up to the mammoth bone, where then he placed it in the cave in the floor, next to the mango of the rainforest, next to the moonstone from the time of the ninjas. Moonstone, mango, mammoth bone, and he said, we needed just one more M thing. Then Morgan will be free to have her spell. Tomorrow, said Jack. And he patted Peanut in the head. By you, she said. She started down the rope ladder. Jack grabbed her fangs, his fangs. Paused and glanced in the mouth. She stared at him with big brown eyes. Okay? Thanks again for helping us, he said. Then he climbed down the rope ladder and jumped into the ground. Jack and Eddie ran Fall Creek when woods and into the streets. Okay. The neighborhood looked rosy in the sunset. It's great to be back in this age, Jack. What were the last pages? I can't read the last pages. But Fought. Warm and safe and almost home. Glad we have to go hunting for dinner, he said. Yeah, Mom and Dad already did that, Sandy, in the supermarket. I hope they trapped some spaghetti and meatballs, said Jack. It was just delicious, by the way. Hope they would trap a piece of my number one favorite food. Said Andy. Hurry, I'm starving, said Jack. They ran to the sidewalk and spooked their front door. We're home, shouted Annie. What's for dinner? Shouted Jack. Well, spaghetti meatballs. And that's the end of the story. So that was Sunset of the Sabertooth. What do I think about this book? It was amazing. So far, this book was an amazing book. It was more than an hour book to read, but it's just me. Anyways, that wraps up Bedtime Stories episode 22. Hope you enjoy it. Stay tuned for the next one coming up. But until next time, this is Jerry saying goodbye. Peace out, baby. We'll get more Bedtime Stories for you guys very soon. But until then, Jeff was saying out. See ya.